Hello, welcome once again to another edition of the Coach's Corner program. It's week 4 already. I'm Jeff Ruth-Harding. Coach John Brady joins me, and John, a very athletic Mansfield Senior ball club, came in here last Friday night, and they got a pretty nice ball club.
Well said, and Coach Bradley and I talked a lot of minutes before the game. They've got 9 kids right now being recruited Division I and Division II, so they're pretty loaded. And when you add a basketball player for the first time comes out at 6'8", 6'9" for the first time, he's already got 3 offers. So this is his first year playing football. But their offense is rolling. They do a great job coaching there. I thought we did a good job battling with them defensively, but we just couldn't get that stop when we needed it. And then offensively, we had some struggles with their athletes on defense, blitzing and playing a little bit of man coverage. But, overall, our effort was great. And after the game, Coach Bradley came up and said, hey, this is the hardest I've seen a Harding team play in a long time. So we were really pleased about that.
Yeah. Did you see improvement from the week before?
Sure did, especially on the assignments. Great job, not too many missed assignments on defense. Did a good job getting position to make plays. And, we didn't give up the big play the whole first half, and then we kind of broke a little bit in the second half. And then offensively, we just got to really focus this week on our game adjustments at halftime, and we would have been all right.
And you got homecoming coming up this week.
It's going to be a big week, and this is what high school football is all about: homecoming game, the homecoming dance, and exactly what football is all about in high school.
All right. When we come back, we're going to take a look at some of the highlights from the contest last Friday night against Mansfield Sr. We've got some of the players we'll talk to, and we'll also preview the game coming up this Friday night against Toledo Bowser. We'll do all of that right after these words.
Armstrong Genuine Hardwood Floors. Tested to withstand the unexpected.
A reminder, you can catch the Coach's Show at 4 o'clock in the morning, at noon, and at 8 o'clock in the evening. And, of course, since this is another Harding home game, you'll be able to catch the highlights beginning this weekend. Coach Scott Webley joins me. Coach, talk a little bit about, first of all, let our viewers know what assignments, responsibilities you have with this year's football team.
Coach the running backs at the varsity level, and also the play caller on Friday nights too. Greg Filiator would be the offensive coordinator in terms of the running game and the passing game, putting it all together. But then he hands it off to me for Fridays. So.
A little different, obviously, I was going to say a little different coaching staff, a much different coaching staff this year. Just kind of talk a little bit about how everybody's kind of interacted so far early on.
Well, that's been interesting because the last time I coached, it was with a lot of the same guys. It was under Coach Brady, and Coach Norris was there. Coach Filiator had just retired. And Coach Whistler's back, Coach Greenwood, so a lot of familiar faces for me, but 2 of them, Coach Winters and Coach Whistler, the last time I saw them on the football field, I was coaching them. So it's neat to see them, how they've matured, how they've grown up, and now they're on the other side of the ball. So it's neat to watch them grow as coaches.
Yeah, a real nice mix of, really some veteran coaches that have been around for a while, some very young coaches, and then some coaches kind of in the middle. So it's really a nice mixture.
It's a great balance, yes it is.
All right. Let's get your perspective on the game last week against Mansfield.
Defensively, again, we played a very strong first half, and from the offensive side of the football, we feel that we did let down our defense a little bit. We have so many people going both ways that it's kind of the same kids, but that was the feeling. So that we had a lot of missed opportunities that you definitely have to take advantage of when you're playing a team like Mansfield Sr. So, as Coach Brady said, defensively, not many missed assignments, but I wish I could say the same thing about offense. So that's one thing we have to square away this week.
I know last week we talked about a couple of guys that got dinged up in the River Valley game. Health-wise, how are you this week?
Some of them still recovering. We've got some ankle issues right now, and some kids seem to be getting sick right now too. So we'll see what happens. We can keep everybody healthy.
All right, let's hope so. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of the highlights from the contest last Friday night against Mansfield.
Okay, this is a big kickoff return by A.J. Jones to give us some good field position, and later on you'll see what he can really do when he does get out into the open. And this is an example of defense doing a really good job early, stuff in the run, and they know, just like everybody else has, that we've had some problems with the big plays, but that was one thing they put us in an opportunity or in the spot to do very well in the first half, but offense didn't take advantage of it. Here comes AJ, and you're going to see the speed, and LJ helps out with a little block here, and then AJ gets the seam, gets to the sideline like he's supposed to, and you'll see number 16, Tommy Moore, a sophomore, running down with him. AJ sets it up nicely. Tommy's running full speed the whole time. That really gives us a spark. And again, the offense, we struggled, no doubt about it. So anytime we can get a big play on special teams, that's going to help.
Certainly at that point, very much in the ballgame.
Absolutely. And here's one of the times, and we've talked to the players about this, when we get 10 or 11 of us on the same page, we're able to move the football on them. It wasn't as if Mansfield Sr. stopped us. It was more us stopping ourselves. Here's LJ on a fourth down, our first time we've run a fake punt all year, and you can see the effort that he puts forth to pick up the yards and, again, to keep the drive going, too. Okay, this is a little counter that we put in because we know how they pursue after the football, and you can see the extra effort at it. We like the design of the play, but that's just something LJ brings to the table in terms of picking up extra yardage after the fact. Again, the defense, and you can see the assignment responsibility there in terms of keeping contained on the outside. Really bottled them up pretty well. Okay, slant, that's been one of our favorite plays this year. I'm a big fan of it. We keep running it. Coach Wessler even said we look like the Cowboys running so many slants. And later on, you'll see why it is so effective for us. Again, this is another great third, fourth, fifth effort from LJ. Should have probably been about a 1 or 2 yard gain, and that's it. We pick up about 7 or 8 and a big first down. And this is, I'm the last one that calls it, but this is Coach Winters and Coach Wessler saying, hey, I think slant and go is there. And that's one of the things in terms of my job is to listen to the guys around me. They're all great coaches, so they saw it. We've run the slant so many times, so you run them on the slant and then you take off upfield, and Kobe put the ball there. AJ caught it. Okay, and you'll see Tommy Moore here leading to the left. We get a good down block from the left side of the line. This is our just base Dave play. LJ takes it in, and this is where, I think at this point, after the conversion, it's about going to be 31-16. We're still in the ball game. And this is Tommy again. We've mentioned him before. One of the hardest working players that we have on the team. He's getting a few carries there towards the end. Also caught a 2-point conversion, which was a nice job. Again, gave us the 16 points that we scored.
What's it like on the sideline? You probably got coaches in both ears talking to you. You got people on the sideline. You got people up in the press box. You don't have a lot of time to make a decision, do you?
No, you don't. And I'm actually up in the press box with Coach McQuarrie and Coach Stone from the junior high level, and I'm on the phones with Coach Winters and Coach Wessler. You can always hear Coach Brady. Every once in a while you hear Coach Fillier too. So to coordinate that, sometimes I have to scream and yell a little bit more. I'd like things to be a little bit more calm in terms of an offensive staff, but sometimes on a Friday night you just can't have that.
About how much time in reality do you actually have from play to play?
And that's one of the biggest things. We do not want to delay a game penalty, and I think we've had 1 or 2 called on us, but we weren't really sure why. The play was sent in early, and we thought that the ball was snapped in time. You get 25 seconds after the ball is snapped. Usually that comes out to about 40 to 45 seconds to make the decision, to get it sent in, and then to have the players line up and execute it. So it isn't that much time, but if you practice it and rep it, it shouldn't be a problem.
Are you sometimes thinking 2, maybe 3 plays in advance?
Absolutely, and I think that's when we are at our best, when we stay in a package and we have a base run, and we have a counter run off of that, we have a play action pass off of that. So, and that's really how our offense is designed to run. One of the problems we ran into Friday night, we had so many 3 and outs in the first half that we were not able to establish that sequence of plays. And that, again, hats off to Mansfield Sr. for doing so, but a couple times we shot ourselves in the foot. But you'd like to think, like you just said, 2 to 3 plays down the line.
Do you let the offense, maybe the play that is called in, maybe, and looking over the defense, maybe it's not?
Not quite yet. We're not there yet. This is the first year installing the offense. We do have a few plays where we will check whether we're going to go right or left based on the personnel, but we are very open to suggestions. I know LJ suggested things. AJ, Kobe Troutman at the Mount Vernon game said, hey, the roll pass is open, and we ended up scoring a touchdown on it. So I've got open ears. They've got a better view than I do being on the field, so we're all, like I said, open ears to that.
All right. Appreciate all of the efforts you've made over the years here at Harding.
Good to be back.
Good luck the rest of the season.
Thank you very much.
We'll come back. We got a few of the seniors we're going to talk to, and we'll do that right after these words.
So here we are in the 4th quarter. No time left, and the touchdown is under review.
Hey, guys, what do you think?
We're not ready to go yet.
Is there any way you can send this thing into overtime?
No problem.
I don't know what he was looking at, but we're going into overtime.
Buffalo Wild Wings, you have to be here.
This could finally end it. Oh, my.
Once again, back on the Coach's Corner program, this is the segment. In fact, today we have two segments because we have a number of seniors we're going to talk to. To my right is Nick Lass, and then to my left we have Brandon Noggle. To my far left is Michael Carr. And Michael, we'll start with you. Go ahead and let our viewers know position or positions that you play.
I play wide receiver, full-time receiver.
Do you play any defense or strictly offense?
Mainly I'm offense, but if I'm needed, I'll play defense. Then I'll play linebacker or DB if I'm needed.
Okay.
I usually have it.
Let's talk a little bit about the offensive schemes that you run when they throw the ball, because I know obviously this is predominantly a running football team.
Yeah, we usually run and the receivers block, and we usually get good blocks, but when we pass, we're efficient, and we'll be ready and
Talk
be needed.
Talk a little bit about the importance of getting those blocks down.
Well, basically the running backs rely on our blocks some of the times, and we'll get the block, and usually we get them good.
Now, do you play on the right side or the left side, or do you kind of switch off?
We basically switch off depending on the formation.
All right. Defensively, if need be, you come in and play a little bit of defense. Do you like playing defense, or you prefer the offense?
I like playing defense a bit, but usually I love offense.
Okay. You've been playing football for how long?
I played since 7th grade, but I sat out last year due to a shoulder. Like, my shoulder was messed up, but then I came back this year.
Okay. How tough is it coming back after a year off?
It's a little tough, but I got through it.
Is the shoulder completely healed then?
It's good.
All right, excellent. Appreciate you being on.
Thank you.
Brandon, talk a little bit about your role on the team.
I play running back and linebacker. Usually on offense, we like to run the ball. We have like one of the best running backs that I know.
Mm-hmm, sure.
So we just like running up the middle and throwing the ball. We need to, throw the ball more often to see what we can do.
Now, as a running back, how important is it for you to get your blocks down?
Well, I'm usually not on offense on the game days because I usually play all defense. So it's.
As far as the offensive line, kind of talk a little bit about how you think they've done so far this year.
Offensive line, they did pretty good. Sometimes they just don't block all the time, but I can see because they're always on the field, hitting someone.
Mm-hmm.
But
defensively, kind of talk a little bit about what you do.
Defensively, we're doing good. We just need to, put some time into tackling and doing the drill that was taught in practice and stuff.
Do you feel the team is getting better each week?
Yeah, each week, yeah. Like last game, we did pretty good on defense.
Okay, so you're seeing that improvement then?
Yeah.
Eventually it's going to translate into a win then. You've been playing football for how long?
Since about 6 years, besides last. Last year I didn't play.
All right, excellent. I appreciate you being on. And kind of talk a little bit about your role.
Well, I play running back and corner, so.
Do you play one more than the other?
Usually I play tailback more than defense, but yeah, I play a little bit of both, so.
Okay. Offense, defense, which do you prefer and why?
I like running the ball, but I also like hitting a little bit, so.
And with LJ, you're probably not going to run the ball,
No.
obviously, a whole lot.
Yeah, I come in when they need me, so.
Just kind of talk about the importance and what LJ means to this ball club.
Well, everybody's important on the team, but he gives like fifth, third efforts after the carries, so.
Yeah, we saw that on some of the highlights just a short time ago. Defensively, you play cornerback. What makes a good corner?
Technique. And you got to be smart. You got to know not to bite on fakes and stuff like that, so.
Just kind of anticipating, reading the quarterback's eyes a lot of time then.
Yeah.
Okay, do you play special teams at all?
I do. I play punt, kickoff return, stuff like that.
Yeah, so you got to be pretty versed then in all phases of the game.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks for being on.
Thanks.
We'll be back with more on our Coach's Corner program right after these words.
It's been said men tend to communicate shoulder to shoulder. If that's the case, these guys are saying, let's change the world. Let's make a difference. Let's act as we are called. The Knights of Columbus, in service to one, in service to all.
Once again, back on the Coach's Corner segment, we have three more players we're going to talk to. We'll start with Nathan Indo down on the left. Nathan, I know you got a big touchdown against River Valley a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, I was kind of lucky, but I mean, I ran the wrong route, but I was there and I scored.
Now, see, nobody knew that until now. Talk a little bit about, I know one of the other players we just talked about the improvement. I know you guys are still looking for your first win, but have you seen improvement the first 3 weeks and where you are now?
Yeah, we've seen a lot more improvement. It's getting a lot better. Offensively, we slowed down a little bit, but our defense picked up, and we need to pick the offense and the defense up both and just keep it up.
And obviously, you've started out the year with 3 tough ball clubs, too.
Yeah.
Talk a little bit about, you play offense, do you play any defense?
I don't play any defense. I play straight wide receiver.
What makes a good wide receiver?
Just running sharp routes and running hard off the ball.
And if you do make a wrong cut or run the wrong route, sometimes you got to come back, kind of improvise, and that's what happened in the River Valley game.
Go with where the quarterback goes.
Talk a little bit about the passing game and if you've seen improvement in the passing game the last couple of weeks.
Our passing game did get a little bit better. We've been passing a lot more in the last couple of games, and it's gotten a lot better since like 7-on-7s and stuff.
So that way they're kind of maybe not keen as much on LJ and kind of getting the offense a little more open then. All right. Keys to the game on a Friday night against Toledo?
Run hard and play hard. Just go all out and put it all on the field.
Okay. Appreciate you being on. Next is Kevin Buki. Pronounce that correctly?
Yes.
Kevin, talk about the position you play.
I play defensive line, and that's the only thing I play really, unless if they need me somewhere else.
Okay. Generally, though, you play defense.
Yes.
Talk about the defensive line. I know you guys have a lot of different looks and a lot of different fronts that you show on defense.
Defensive, we got really good, and we really picked up, and that's about it.
Yeah, you got Mansfield Sr. They're unbeaten. Week 4, you had River Valley. They're unbeaten. You got to play a good Toledo ball club on Friday, so it doesn't get any easier for you, does it?
No. We go out there and try our best, and we go out there and we have fun playing football, and I like doing it.
All right. Appreciate you being on.
Thanks.
Next is Stefan Brandstetter. Talking a little bit about what you do on the team.
I'm mainly defense. That's all I play. Defense in. Just keep contained for the outside, so the running back, quarterback, just do your job, and everything should be good.
Do you rush the quarterback at times, or do you pretty much
we have certain plays that we do that, like our jet formation. That's mainly outside. Just get to the quarterback. Don't touch anybody but the quarterback. So.
Is that one of those plays when they call it, you said, all right, I'm ready to go?
Yes. Yep.
You like to, obviously, if you play defense, you got to like to hit somebody.
You have to. Can't be soft out there. You got to be ready to hit.
Kind of talk a little bit about the defense. It sounds like we are seeing improvement the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, I mean, our defense, we stepped up our game since last time. I haven't played football. I played my freshman year, and then it just changed from there. Sophomore and junior year, I wasn't able to play. But this year, yeah, I'm doing my job out there, hopefully, yeah.
So you've missed a couple of years.
Yeah.
How tough, I think it was Michael that missed last year because of a shoulder injury. You basically were out 2 years. How tough is that coming back?
That's real tough. I mean, you just got to never played defense, really. I'm usually like an offensive guy, offensive line, back when I used to play. But, yeah, defense is all right.
You kind of forgot what 2-a-days and what there's 3-hour practices when it's 90 degrees. You probably forgot what that felt like.
Yeah, I really did forget about. But it feels good now.
All right.
Yep.
And you've got a good coaching staff this year,
Yes.
too.
Yes, we did.
Okay. Good luck the rest of the season.
Thank you.
We'll come back. We'll preview the game coming up this Friday night, homecoming against Toledo Bowser. We'll do that right after these words.
Marion Center Cinemas is proud to bring first-run movies to Marion at an affordable price.
That's right, your Marion Center Cinemas only charges $5 a ticket for all movies all the time.
But that's not all. Wednesday nights are Harding Senior nights.
That's right. All Harding High School seniors get in free on Wednesday nights.
So why drive an hour or more to an expensive out-of-town movie theater when you can enjoy first-run entertainment right here in your hometown?
Marion Center Cinemas. We'll see you at the movies.
Back to wrap up this edition of the Coach's Corner program, and Coach, consensus from the guys I just talked to is we are seeing improvement this year.
Yeah, we are. And like they said, a couple of them already said, they haven't played for a couple of years. And, you know, when you set out a couple of years, you're losing the weight room, you're losing conditioning, and you're losing that coaching that you should get in a program where you go year to year and get better.
And that's one of the things we talked week one. You know, one of your jobs when you took over was to get some of the guys out. You know, I know you're building the program, you know, basically from the bottom up through the junior high and the grade school program. But, you know, you have gotten some of the guys that maybe have been in high school for a couple of years but haven't played.
Right. I know I've been all 6 of those fellows' house maybe 3 or 4 times, and they finally committed, and I was real pleased that they were back, and they're doing a great job. I mean, and you look at our schedule, the 3 losses, you know, nobody likes to lose, but we're 0-3, and of those three teams are 8-1. Mm-hmm. And then now we go against a good Bowser team who's 3-0. So our schedule, you know, there's no excuse, but our schedule's a heck of a schedule also.
Yeah, it really is. Let's talk a little bit about Bowser.
Well, on offense, Bowser's a power team. They'll go 2 tight end, they'll go on balance, they'll put a 3-stack look in the backfield, and on defense, they'll just, like Mansfield Sr., they use their athletes, they blitz, they bring the linebackers to a 3-4 look, and we got to be prepared. I mean, last week we did a good job with special teams, got better on defense and a little struggle on offense, but we need a game where we put everything together, and hopefully this week the kids are working hard and we do a good job on Friday night.
All right, a little extra, you know, with the homecoming game Friday, kind of an extra distraction. I know, a lot of coaches' philosophy is just worry about football on Friday night after the game's over. Then you can enjoy homecoming.
And our kids have been great about that. We'll have the assembly on Friday, and they, you know, that's part of high school football. Sure. It's a great experience for them, and they'll do their job. I mean, this is a group I've never had to worry about them doing their job and what they're supposed to do. They're on time. They're doing everything we ask of them. You know, we're just falling short on Friday nights. And it could be a lack of experience. You know, it's a little bit of both. And but, you know, they're giving us every bit of effort that we ask for.
As you said, the Mansfield Senior coach talked about how hard they played Friday night, and I know you as a coach appreciate hearing that.
Of course, you know, it's nice to hear it, but then when you have to go and talk to the kids, you see it in their eyes. But I told them I was proud of them. They should be proud of themselves, and, you know, good. They don't hear that a lot, and we'll make sure we'll tell them.
All right, excellent. John, good luck on Friday night.
Appreciate it.
Going to wrap it up for this edition of the Coach's Corner program. For head coach John Brady, I'm Jeff Ruth.